Good afternoon, you're welcome to Fliptv News. I'm Christian Chiku. Let's take a look at the headlines. Truck driver crushed 2 FRSC operatives to death. INEC release election guidelines, ban campaign in churches, mosques. Enugu State community under attack as FULANI headers cause mayhem. And also court finds PRP presidential candidate Kolabiola. Let's take a look at the news in detail. A truck driver on Friday crushed 2 FRSC officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps along Ikot-Ikpene Aba Road. In a statement signed by Corps spokesperson Bizi Kazim, the crash occurred as a result of excessive speed indulged by the driver of a DAF articulated truck while trying to dodge a pothole along the axis. The acting Corps Marshal FRSC Dauda Biu decried the incessant knockdown, crushing of patrol operatives as a result of the recklessness of some drivers who have continuously violated the legally prescribed speed limit. In a statement, the acting Corps Marshal of Federal Road Safety Corps Dauda Biu has decried the incessant knockdown, crushing of patrol operatives. He stated this while bemoaning the death of 2 operatives of the corps as he pledged the resolve of the corps to apprehend the perpetrators of this deadly act and force them to face the wrath of the law. According to preliminary investigation, the fatal crash involved FRSC patrol vehicle and a white-colored truck. The road crash affected a total of 8 male adults, out of which 2 sustained severe injuries. 2 were killed, while the remaining 4 passengers were rescued without any injuries. On the INEC elections, within the 2023 general elections, 3 months away, the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has released its guidelines for the conduct of political activities. The Commission, in a 6-page document titled Conduct of Political Rallies, Processions and Campaigns, prohibited the use of abusive language and hate speech, as well as campaigns and political rallies in place of worship. It also stated that no person attending a political rally, procession, or campaign should be in possession of any offensive weapon. The only people authorized to carry arms at such events, according to INEC, are police officers or members of security agencies who are specifically posted to be present at the respective political rallies or processions. No political campaign shall hold in places designated as religious centers and also police stations and public offices. Political campaigns shall not involve the use of abusive languages or any form of hate speech. State apparatus, including the media, shall not be employed to the advantage or disadvantage of any political party or candidate at any election. It stated, INEC noted that the objective of political rallies was to project, offer, sensitize, and create awareness about the party's symbol, flag, slogan, and manifesto. In Enugu State, between Sunday, November 19th and Monday, November 21, terrorists in the disguise of headsmen of around 3 communities in Agwamidi, Mbuji, and Ebo communities in Amafu Isuzo local government area of Enugu State. Many people were killed, houses destroyed, and the villagers fled the communities to Amufu Township, where they are now concentrated as internally displaced persons. On intervention of the catastrophic tragedy, the governor of Enugu State, Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, on Tuesday released millions of naira to support the displaced persons while condemning the attack and invasion of the people of Enugu State by external aggressors. The terrorists, whom the Amufu people say were headers, came in full force in July and killed many people and burned houses and properties. More than 20 motorcycles and houses were razed and were said to have promised that they will come back. At a point within the years, the killings took the dimension of kidnapping for ransom. Women were raped, arson and destruction of properties such as farm crops took place, with Ehamufu indigents chased out of their land. Ede, an indigent, said what was happening was a fulfillment of what the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, said, that the Fulani were coming with a mission to conquer and dominate. He denied that the Ehamufu people ever killed any Fulani and cited the instance of the same Fulani invasion and killing of the people of Benue State for no just cause. In Plateau, there are places they occupy now following incessant attacks similar to the ones happening in Enugu now. We have boundary with Benue State, and ever since this thing started happening, we have not seen any government intervention. Now, Kola Abiola, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, has slapped the presidential candidate of the People's Redemption Party, Kola Abiola, with a fine of 20,000 naira over failure to file his court documents within time. Justice Fadima Aminu, in a ruling, also fined the PRP over its delay in filing its counter affidavit in opposition to the aggrieved presidential aspirant's amended originating summons. Reporters say that Justice Aminu had fixed November 25th for a definite hearing in a suit filed by Madam Patience Ndidiki, a female presidential aspirant, in the June 5th primary election conducted by the party. The judge who granted the application filed by Madam Key to amend her originating summons on November 18th ordered all parties to file their processes before the next adjourned date and adjourned to Friday for a definite hearing. Reports that the plaintiff Key had on June 28 sued PRP, the Independent National Electoral Commission, and Mr. Latifu Abiola as first, second, and third defendants, respectively. Key, in her earlier originating summons marked FHC ABJ CS 1001/2022, had challenged the emergence of Mr. Abiola as the party's presidential candidate. She had prayed to the court to nullify the poll that produced Abiola as the PRP's presidential candidate. With that, we've come to the end of the news on Flip. I am Christian Chuku. Up next is a report on the fuel scarcity in the country. Stay tuned for that Vox Pop.